Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, as I said, around the weekly candle close, you're going to see a lot of volatility, and we had a lot of volatility. We had quite a bit of a price jump for Bitcoin. And I think today will be an interesting day, first day of the week. I think when the US stock market opens, we are going to see some more volatility today. Let's take a look at what Bitcoin is doing. So across the board, we can see here some increases, especially ADA again. Now that might be, again, fueled a little bit by the Vasil hard fork. So we talked about that yesterday in the membership live stream, that this is obviously coming up. So this will be something interesting. And I think ADA will be in the focus in the next few weeks. The question is just, is this current increase that we are seeing corrective, or is it impulsive? So are we going to see here further, are we going to see further upside, which is sustainable, or is it just a little bit of a short-term rally that is going to then come down again? But that will be discussed in the ADA video. What is important at the moment is to take a look at Bitcoin, and let's go and take a look at the Bitcoin chart and what we have unfolding here. I'm not in need of changing any of the wave counts or anything. However, we can specify it a little bit further. I told you before that wave 4 here, previous wave 4 will probably be resistance. Now, that wasn't really resistance, so it just went through, which suggests one thing. It suggests that we have a wave 3 unfolding here, because wave 3 is normally very, very, bullish in this case, right? But don't get me wrong, it's not a bullish wave count. It is just a wave 3 in a wave C, in my opinion, which is a corrective wave. So we can label that quickly here. So what we've seen here is a wave 2. And I mentioned to you yesterday a few times that the wave 2 down here was really too short for a wave 2. So it's actually good that we see that movement now finally, because you can see here, if we draw the Fibonacci levels, we have really only just reached the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement level. And that is here at 31,174. What is one of the ideal targets for a wave 2 is the 78.6% Fib level at 31.7K. We talked yesterday about short-term further upside expected, and that is exactly what is playing out here. Now, I did expect a bit of resistance at wave 4, didn't happen, but we are still very much in the scenario of a wave 2. And therefore, that means either now, here at the 61.8% Fib level, or at the 78.6, or at the latest, here at the 88.7% Fib level, we should turn around in the current scenario. Now, if it doesn't happen, then we're probably going to see the alternative play out that I mentioned to you yesterday in the video, where we will get once more into this yellow target area up here, which is between 32.1K and 34.3K, where then the wave 4 will be finished here, the overall wave 4. At the moment, though, we are still here in this scenario in which we have already completed the wave 4 here in red, and we are coming down in a wave 5, in this 5-wave move that you can see here on the roadmap on the chart. And of that roadmap, we had a wave 2 increase, built in basically. So this wave 2 then, how can we label that a little bit more accurately so that you can understand what is probably going to happen here at the moment? So what we can see here is overall, let me just think. So in my opinion, what we see here is an ABC correction. So we had here, again, I'm gonna make that in yellow. So in a wave 2, obviously. So in my opinion, we've seen here a wave A, a wave B here to the downside before the price increased. And that we are now in this wave 2, we are now in a wave C. So a wave C in itself would complete that. Well, the wave C would complete the wave 2 up here. And the wave C in itself consists of 5 waves. So therefore, we can count here in this wave C a wave 1, We can also count the wave 2. We can count the wave 3, and that makes sense because the wave 3 is usually the longest wave. Yeah, it doesn't need to be, but it's normally the most bullish or the most bearish wave. As you can see here, we also saw here a wave 3. Yeah, so target for the wave 3 we can calculate by using the Fibonacci extension tool for just the wave 3 calculation here. So we take the length of the wave 1, go to the low of the wave 2, and we can see that one target here, because we already went above the 31.6, the 1.618 Fibonacci extension here at 30.85k. The next target would be the 2.618 Fibonacci extension level at 31.5k. So obviously here we had the 2.382 Fib level, but yeah, one level where we could expect a retracement for the wave 3 would be that 31.5k level, when we then retrace a little bit, and then we would move up in a final wave 5 of the wave C, of the wave 2, and finish it off maybe really here around one of those major Fib levels that I mentioned to you, the Fibonacci retracement levels here. 31.7 would certainly be an interesting level to finish this wave 2 off, or 32k. If we go above 32, I think getting more likely that we actually will also break the 32.4k level, which would be a validation point for this entire scenario, as I explained it yesterday in the video. So 32.4k is or exactly 32,376 would be the invalidation point for this upside scenario. But for now, it's all going according to plan now. But again, if it breaks the invalidation point, we're going to look at here an extended wave 4 in my opinion. And this is really everything I can tell you here at the moment. So far, all in this current scenario, what would happen after the completion of this wave 2, which could happen today, tomorrow potentially, that we are going to turn around in a large wave 3. And this again will consist of 5 waves to the downside, but that then would need to break below this wave X low. I think we can also calculate the low of the wave 3 here in white for fun. Let's see if we can get a number here. We start here the Fibonacci extension tool. Let's say the wave 2 will go to 31.7k. Then we would expect the wave 3 here in white to land at least 26.6k. So that will be quite a bit of a sell-off that could then happen this week, but only if the price really stays below this 32.4k level. If it doesn't, it will move a bit higher here in this yellow target area, and even then I would expect the turnaround here. Those are for me the two most likely options. Bear in mind, always have the bigger picture in mind. Been telling you for the last 6 months that we are going to get into the current price range. Yeah, it was very hard to believe when we were still at 50k, 55k that this would happen. So it has happened, yeah, and therefore the price has followed here this scenario perfectly. And bear in mind that we are now in a space where Bitcoin, first of all, for the first time really since it reached, for the first time in 6 months really, it has a chance to turn around. Yeah, it first had the chance when it reached this target area below 28.6k. That was on the 12th of May. I think actually a bit earlier, 11th of May. From that point on, Bitcoin had a chance to turn around. Yeah, and I'm not anymore like it has to go lower. It still is likely to go lower, but it doesn't have to do it anymore. So that is the change in the scenario at the moment. That for the last 6 months I've been telling you we have to go lower, we have to come below 28.6k. Now that was done, and because it was done, we can now with a higher likelihood say that the low can be in at any point now. Yeah, we have to all be ready for that. And anybody who missed buying in here those lows, yeah, had a chance here. Yeah, and anybody who believes now that we are going to go up had obviously a chance here. So it always comes back down. The question is always, will it be a higher low or not? For me, very likely at the moment, we still have to come into that lower area again and make those lower lows, and only then we can start to move up. But the very high probability is there as well, even though it's from all the three scenarios the most unlikely one, but probabilities have gone up significantly since we have hit those lows here, below 28.6k, that we can already have the low in. I just have to repeat it in every video, because while my scenarios still point to the downside, I now see it as realistic possibility that the low can be in. And I didn't say that to you until we really hit this target area. Now, because we hit it, certain requirements in the chart are fulfilled and we can turn around, which doesn't mean we have to. And therefore the lower level wave count still suggests that we haven't seen the low yet. Okay, so hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.